Hello and welcome as it is the 17th of December 2020. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. All bets, trades of the like within each his own risk and their own reward. For myself, risk reward management is always job number one. And we'll throw in some holiday cheer as stated within the title. Well, 2020 style, I suppose. But that will be after the Theta Charts. And amongst such, I'm going to start off in the 4-hour term. It's interesting to say the least because, over the last 4 periods and the whole spectrum of what I'm showing, from this high to this low, so we come down and we support here 23 hours on December 10. Retesting it 2300 hours on 12, so a little over 2 days later. This little area we're supporting this level of resistance. So nice little strength amongst the 18 average of highs for a few periods. And then, but these 4 here. 7-hour stamp. This high, pretty much a retest of previous high. Then within 2 periods, a pullback that takes us down to the 18 average of lows. But within that final period, rebounds to the 18 average of highs, which is a rising in both. It's been rising to the stage where it hasn't been able to have any type of major break to trade well above it, although it attempted it, as you can see, 4 periods ago. And this period, with 1 hour, 33 minutes left, 60 or so percent of the way through, it's managed to retest the previous high to a lower high again, like this. And we can see intra-period, it's already pulled back a decent amount. So we see things on like the 50-minute term time frame. We can just see a little bit of some decent volatility within it. But, hey, still holding up well. We had this situation where we have this failed breakdown here, getting above this high to this high. And then we support here, but this high was unable to generate... it's kind of higher lowing this still, but it looks like it might be running out of steam. Still has got a long ways to go to fail the 18 lows, considering it hasn't even touched it yet on this time frame, that is. But an interesting setup. But the daily time frame is where it gets really interesting. Let's take a look at it, because showing strength at the 18 average of highs is what it's doing. And after a lot of higher highs, higher lows on the run up to the 7,000 plus Satoshi mark, we can see on October the 15th how it broke down below the 18 average of lows. And from that point, a sustained run of lower lows and lower highs. And then it really never was able to get above the 18 average of highs until like December the 5th. And well, in doing such, a small move up back to the 18. Then it breaks that previous established high to levels not seen since back in like mid-November, early November, to whatever, second week of November. And then we have now been seeing several days just hanging in there within the highs. First, within resisting that level for the first 1, 2, 3 days. Congesting this day on the 14th. And the previous 2 days that completed showing strength supporting the 18 average of highs, all newly rising. It hasn't even seen the 18 average of lows since it broke out above it as resistance on the 3rd of December. So therefore, this little rally that is established on December the 8th and 9th is showing that it's holding. And I do believe there's a damn good chance that this thing is, and it has been for several days, a couple of them now, or like 30, 50, 60, 80 hours, or 80 hours-ish or so. Looking like, okay, this thing can go off at any given time. Now, it can stop, and we could see Bitcoin go to especially if Bitcoin, I should be saying for this, so Bitcoin goes to 24, 26, 28,000. And then, oh my goodness, all the altcoins go down. And Theta's no exception. So you see this goes down the same way, 3,400, 32, 31. And it's a case of that. That could still happen. But, and if it does, Theta's something I like at the long term as it is anyway. Now, weekly chart, It's still trying to hold and stay within the 18 average. This is like a 15% correction down, 23.6, 38.2, and then 61.8%. So 2150 if this area doesn't hold, because now it's having a resistance test now for its second period amongst the 18 average of lows. If it's able to get above it, now it's got the opportunity to attempt to hold and stay above such. But we need a clear break above this resistance and even this 5,500 mark. But the monthly chart changes the story even a little bit more. You only get to see so much on it, but it does say a lot. Because you can see in here that this is like just neutrality from everything in here, yada yada. And you knew that even though there was no 18 average here on March, that it was like a breakout above the 18 average of highs that would not eventually have to go back within the band like it did. And now the attempt again in May, break above it. Now we have 2 periods consolidating at the highs right on, and then 2 periods, retest of that level. So for the second time in a row, it had a pierce extra from where it did before. Okay, well, third, whatever, but this is a pierce extra. This little high, pierce extra here, come back, this high, pierce extra again. And now it's came back, another higher low to this. Last time it came down to 2150. This time it's came down to like 3,100-ish. And seeing this thing hold and stay above like 4,500-ish ballpark area for like more than 2 or 3 months or so. Even if you see it hold and stay above it for like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, which means that's where the area of the lows would be for a significant period of time. And that's giving you good setups for this, but this thing has a potential if it goes, I mean, it didn't do it here when it had the break above it. But in turn, it still might not be a dead move, because if it corrects successfully, breaks above it, but breaking resistance, you have the opportunities for significant moves. So once you break like this 6,000-7,000 area, 10,000 is like, yeah, whatever. I don't think it's going to be much resistance at all, and I don't. So you can go like 13, 15, 18, 20, 25. Those are the key numbers I think it's going to end up going to if we have any type of major sustained rally. Okay, that's enough of the technical analysis. No, it's not. I got to do the dollar chart. That's what I want to do next. Because it's the one that looks fantastic. Quick look on it on multiple time frames. It's at 88 cents right now, so it's just a matter of time before it's going to be at and then trading north of $1. And amongst a single hour, nice pattern of higher highs and higher lows. 4-hour term time frame, we can see just a beautiful breakout at the 3-hour stamp in here. The move in here that got this on December 14th, 7 hours. What we have like 7, 8, 9, 10 periods of just doing this sideways action. Then we have a new move, and we're in that move right now. The daily chart is where it gets interesting, because we established this resistance here near 80 cents, and well, I don't know. This is excitation of this to me. A nice little sideways pattern. I know this is calculated by TradingView with the highs, these lines not being the most accurate, but you still can kind of see how on November 22nd, 23rd, it attempted to do it. Not so much. But we'll see here. This looks pretty promising, but now, I mean, the weekly and the monthly is just very interesting. Excitation of the 18 average of highs. And this resistance here, monstrous support. When I say monstrous, that means it was like 7 periods in a row or something. Well, it ain't support anymore. Last period, we can see in here that from October 19th through that of November 30th stamp on the weekly, that previous resistance area was support. But here, on the December 7th stamp, no, it was a higher number that was support. And this one here, we're just breaking out nicely above it. We're higher again for the low. Excitation of the 18 average of highs after what's now showing to be that of a very successful correctionary move. Dollar's nothing, man. $1.20, $1.40, $1.50 in like no time. And the monthly chart, again, this is back to 30 cents, down to like 5 cents. Now it's 88. And it's just going to keep getting higher prices. All right, that's it for the technical analysis now. For the Theta. I'm going to talk about the holiday season, Christmas. It's about a week away. Now, for Christmas music, I think this song is most certainly ideal for the current year. The song is called, by Weird Al Yankovic, Christmas at Ground Zero. And this is a screenshot at the end of the music video. You can type that in your browser or on your phone, Christmas at Ground Zero, and you'll get a music video. It's a nice uplifting song, literally, as far as how the music goes and how he sings, but the lyrics can be relatively interesting as well. But we have a picture here of 8 children singing with Weird Al, and they're wearing their masks, of course. Again, very 2020-like. Ho, ho, ho. It's pretty expensive for 3 hoes compared to 1. Ho, ho, ho. Let's put silver on the charts now. But yeah, Christmas at Ground Zero. It's on YouTube. I love the song. It's pretty cool. We can all spend some holiday cheer amongst an interesting year of 2020. I don't think we've seen anything yet. I'm going to be making some predictions soon. But this Black Swan event in 2020, if you would have went out a year ago and started to say all this shit that was going to happen, yada, yada, man, people would have looked at you like you're crazy. Or they'd think, what drugs are you on and how do I get some of them kind of deal. Maybe that's what they might be saying. But they wouldn't believe what you're saying. You would sound like a nut. Yeah, we're going to have no sports for a few months. They'll shut down all the sports action. All these businesses will shut down. They'll force you all away from this. Everyone's going to be scared of each other. They'll force you all to wear masks. I mean, they'll laugh at you. I mean, I'm not thinking Adam Sandler. They're all going to laugh at you. There was Adam Sandler used to say that on SNL. They're all going to laugh at you, and that's what would happen to you. But sometimes you're right when your crazy talk comes into play. Now, to predict that, whatever. I'm going to predict some... That we haven't seen anything yet as far as, like... Yeah, there'll be more Black Swans. At least one, but maybe even multiple. 2, 3 of them coming very soon. Soon as defined as in within the next... Could be like within the year 2, 5, 8, 9, 12-ish time frame. Yeah, long range of time, but I mean, not 50. And for 2021, I think cryptocurrencies and precious metals are going to be going up very high in value, but it's really not the precious metals and the cryptos going higher. It's fiat currency losing its value and people figuring out how it's made. I could tell you that 41 plus 57 is 98, and it's a difficult question to answer. Then, well, difficult. Some people say it would be very easy. Well, you can deny whether that's the case. So whether you want to deny that it's a manipulated system, well, actually, there's no denying on that. If you want to deny that it's a horrible system or it's just going to... No. Of course it is, but you can't deny the mathematics that the debt-based system is nothing but bad news. And we've been living it for a long time. It's at the stage now where if you're very, 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 very old, which means you're near 100 years old, that means you were born sometime well before or near or at around the Great Depression time frame. And you can remember World War II, and not many people in this world can even come close to saying that now. But in that cycle, you're familiar with the greenbacks, basically. And all the old school way of living has been forgotten. So changes, of course. And then, a lot of things, one of the things I want to talk about too coming up soon, we're going to be entering a baby bust cycle now. That's like a gimme that 2021 is going to have very, very few babies, probably the lowest amount of babies born, at least in North America and many other parts of the world too, like Europe and Asia. Well, Asia depends on where in Asia. And then Australia, stuff like that, in like decades and decades and decades, I think. As multiple reasons, because of not many people are meeting up as they used to. New boyfriend, new girlfriends, and then two other reasons. Number one, because women know a lot easier now for them to control not getting pregnant when they don't want to. So easy to do. And then, of course, you got people that are like, okay, times are shitty right now. I want to wait for things to get better. And of course, this is like them, the guy and the girl, it's the husband and wife, the boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And they're just waiting upon the situation because times are so bad they want to wait for this whole settled thing to clear before bringing a baby into this world. So there's a lot of reasons, I think, that is going to create, starting like right now, a baby. When I say right now, 2 or 3 weeks from now even. Because it's 9 months from the event. So it's late March. That's when the whole shit basically came down upon us. So 3 plus 9 months, that's 12. Late December. So I've been thinking that since pretty much April, May. So we'll see how that comes into play. But as far as Christmas is concerned, cryptocurrencies. This is times where you can teach people about private keys. You fund them their wallets. You can give them some Theta, maybe, whatever other coins. But precious metals, gold and silver. Great. And then and when you're talking to people, family members and friends and whatnot, just an awesome thing to talk to and show about. Either way, but especially silver too, though. And that's what I got on the screen now. Now, silver's got an interesting day today and movement, and for a few days itself too. I'm very excited right now about the potential for a breakout right now in the silver, as I can see here. Just a quick bonus coverage. How it's breaking out from the 18 average of highs, so it wouldn't surprise me. I'm expecting around $27 and change silver around Christmas. We'll see if I'm right or not. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's up here in about a week and a half. Thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. And, well, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and all that fun stuff in 2020 because, well, you know what? Come future years, economic collapse time frame, we're living it right now. We're in the early stages of it. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.